Behind these walls lies a world so exclusive, even satellites are banned from photographing it. A street where driveways cost more than your life savings, where gardens are watered with champagne, and where the word impossible was erased from the dictionary. This is Dubai's Billionaire Row, and tonight you're going where no camera crew has ever been allowed. Stay, because by the end of this tour you'll never see wealth the same way again. Billionaire Row isn't an address, it's a war zone, a battleground where the world's elite fight for dominance, not with guns but with gold. Here, privacy isn't a privilege, it's a weapon. Facial recognition cameras scan license plates, drones are shot on sight, and every hedge is trimmed by a team of ex-MI6 agents. But tonight, we're bypassing the algorithms, dodging the traps, and exposing 5 estates that redefine the meaning of luxury. First stop, a palace so vast, it has its own zip code. Mansion 1, the Emirates Hills Colossus. Meet the Colossus, a AED 750 million fortress owned by a Middle Eastern royal who's 14th in line to the throne, but first in line for insanity. This isn't a home, it's a nation. 15 bedrooms, each themed after a different dynasty. A private zoo with white tigers, albino peacocks, and a giraffe named Stiletto, wearing diamond-encrusted shoes. An underground garage for 200 hypercars, including a Bugatti Chiron dipped in 24-karat gold, and a Ferrari that runs on perfume. But the real flex, the owner shipped 10,000 tons of Calacatta marble from Italy to match the veins in their $500,000 Rolex. And that AED 18 million dining table, made from a 300-year-old oak tree they bought the forest to destroy. Why? Because when you're royalty, waste is a verb. Mansion 2, the Palms Underwater Palace. Hidden 20 feet below sea level lies Neptune's Keep, a AED 410 million Atlantis reboot owned by a crypto billionaire who coded his own fortune and his own laws. 12 bedrooms with subaquatic views and panic rooms accessible via retina scans. 3 infinity pools heated to exactly 34 degrees Celsius, the owner's body temperature. A private coral reef stocked with endangered species because when you're a trillionaire, extinction is negotiable. But here's the kicker. The East Wing is a luxury bunker with enough caviar and Dom Perignon to survive nuclear winter, and a staff of 40 chefs, doctors, and DJs on permanent standby. Why? Because in Dubai, apocalypse is just another Tuesday. Mansion 3, the Bulgari Island Fortress. On Bulgari Island, there's a mansion so secret even its address is encrypted. Meet the Black Diamond Estate, AED 900 million of pure defiance, owned by a Russian oligarch banned from 17 countries. But who rules Dubai? A nightclub with a live tiger chained in diamonds. A cigar vault climate-controlled to 69% humidity guarded by a former Cuban spy. A throne room where the owner sits on a 500-pound meteorite watching real-time stock trades projected onto the walls. But the real power move? They spent AED 120 million to move the ocean so their 400-foot yacht wouldn't ruin the sunset. And those 20,000 French roses, flown in daily, then burned at midnight to preserve the scent's purity. When money's no object, logic isn't either. Mansion 4, the AI Oasis. Welcome to the singularity. A AED 1.2 billion smart home owned by a reclusive AI tycoon who hasn't left this house since 2021 because he doesn't need to. An AI butler that reads your DNA to mix personalized cocktails. It also predicts your divorce. A holographic art gallery where Picasso paintings argue with Van Gogh's ghosts. A climate dome that mimics any location on Earth, including Mars. But the creepiest feature, the owner cloned his deceased dog and gave it a cybernetic voice box. Why? Because in Dubai, even death takes a number. Mansion 5, the Desert Mirage. Deep in the empty quarter lies the Mirage, a AED 650 million paradox owned by a Saudi oil prince bored of cities. Glass floors suspended over shark-infested waters. A private dune engineered to glow neon blue at night using crushed sapphires. A ballroom where sand is banned and violins play via wind vibrations. But here's the twist. The entire estate is powered by a secret oil well buried beneath it. And the staff? 100 Bedouin warriors paid in solid gold coins. Why billionaires choose Dubai? 0 taxes, 0 extradition treaties, 0 questions. Dubai isn't a city, it's a safe. A fireproof, earthquake-proof, law-proof vault where money doesn't talk, it screams. Here, privacy is bought by the acre and power is measured by how many governments you've ignored. And the best part? Every sale here is untraceable. No records, no names, just ghosts, with bank accounts bigger than small countries. These mansions aren't homes, they're middle fingers to the world. Proof that rules are for people who can't afford to break them. So I'll ask you, how many sunrises will you waste in a cubicle? How many dreams will you trade for a paycheck that barely covers rent? This is what happens when you stop begging for permission and start writing checks reality can't cash. Smash subscribe, tap the bell, and click the link below. I've left a blueprint there with the exact strategies you can use to turn sand into empires. This isn't inspiration, it's a revolution, but revolutions don't start with watching, they start with you. The gates are open. Will you walk through? Stay tuned. Next week we've got more scandals, mansions, what happens behind closed doors, billionaire secret lives, and billionaire travel destinations they keep to themselves.